Hello students. So we are back again with the second part of your chapter Food and Health for class 5. So last class, like we discussed about the nutrients, various types of nutrients, then about balanced diet, then about different types of vitamins, that is the 3 types of vitamins we discussed, and about minerals, 2 types of minerals. Now beside this, again we discussed about the fibers. Now apart from all these nutrients, one more thing is very important which should be included in your diet. It is the water. So water is very important for the human body. So what are the importance of water? Or why does the human body needs water? So water is the major, first of all, water is the major component of the blood. The blood consists mainly of the water. Secondly, it maintains and regulates our body temperature. That is, it controls the body temperature. Then the third point is that it helps in digestion. So water helps in the process of digestion and transportation of food. The food that we eat is transported, that is, it passes from our mouth to the food pipe, then to the stomach, then to the small intestine, then to the large intestine. So this transportation of the entire digestive system, the transportation of food that takes place in the entire digestive system is regulated by the water, is controlled by the water. Then the fourth point is it helps in removing the waste products from the body. So whatever waste products that are the harmful products which are secreted by the body, like are produced by the body, which the body does not need. The waste products means the things which the body does not need. So all those are removed from the body in the form of sweat and urine. So excess amount of salt which the body does not need is again removed from the body in the form of sweat and urine. So we can say water helps in removing the waste products from the body. So these are the importance of water. Now today we will be discussing on the topic of malnutrition. The word malnutrition, what does it mean? So you can see 2 words are joined there. Malnutrition. Nutrition means what? When your nutrition is when all the nutrients are provided, when the body gets all the nutrients, then we can say the body is getting nutrition. The body gets all the nutrients food, then we can say that the body is getting nutrition. The opposite of it is malnutrition. That is, when the body is not getting all the nutrients that is needed by the body, then it may cause malnutrition. The person who does not, or whose diet does not provide the required nutrient over a long period of time, you will see those persons are not healthy. When a person does not get all the nutrients in a diet for a long period of time, the person will not grow in a healthy way. So such person, will see, they suffer from malnutrition. That is, the body is not getting the nutrients which the body needs to work properly or to perform the different functions of the body. It's not getting all the nutrients. So over a long period of time, then obviously the proper functioning of the body will not happen. As a result, the person will not grow in a healthy way. You will see the person is not healthy. The person will look sick. I'll give you the symptoms which shows like you can identify whether a person is malnutrient or not. So such person will not be healthy and you can say that such person is suffering from malnutrition. Now, malnutrition is generally seen in case of like children's. So in children whose diet contains less amount of proteins and carbohydrates. So the diet of a child should contain a rich amount of protein and carbohydrate. The children, those who don't get a proper amount of, a less amount of carbohydrate and protein, they do not grow well. So you will see that the body will not gain weight. Then the arms and legs will be very weak and thin. The arms and legs, you will see that they are very weak and thin, and the skin will also appears to be dry and flaky. The skin will be very dry and flaky. And such children, you will see, they will remain disturbed all the time. That is, they will be crying all the time due to hunger. And such children will not be active, and even if you see their eyes will be sunken. So again, like such symptoms, if you see in a child, you will also observe that they will fall sick very often. So you can say that the particular child is suffering from malnutrition. So how you will identify whether a child is suffering from malnutrition? So malnutrition is basically caused in children when there is a less, or when their diet contains a very little amount of carbohydrate and protein, or they don't get carbohydrate and protein in their diet. So in that case, the child will not grow well, they will not gain weight, the proper weight, there is a stay at your age level. According to your age level, the body weight should be increasing. So they will not gain weight. Again, the arms and legs will be very thin and weak, and again the skin will look very dry and flaky, and they will be crying all the time due to hunger, and also will see that they are not active. You will find those child not active at all. Not like if you ask them to play, they will not play, and also they will be falling sick very often. So now malnutrition, how it can be cured? It can be cured by taking proper balanced diet. So a child suffering from malnutrition, if the child is provided with a proper balanced diet for some time, then he or she can recover from the malnutrition. So next we will be discussing about diseases. Now, what is a disease? When you say disease, or you are not feeling well, you are feeling sick, or you are having some disease, what is a disease? How can we define a disease? So disease is a condition in which certain functions of the body gets disturbed. So how can you define a disease? It is a condition in which the certain functions of the body gets disturbed, and at that time we feel unwell. So diseases are caused by microorganisms. So disease causing microorganisms. What are microorganisms now? Microorganisms are very minute or very tiny organisms that can be seen under a microscope. We cannot see it with our naked eyes. For example, the current case which we are facing now about corona. So corona is a type of virus which can be seen under a microscope only. So diseases are caused by microorganisms. Now disease causing microorganisms are called germs or pathogens. So we call these microorganisms which causes diseases, either we call them as germs or better, like we call them as pathogens. Now microorganisms are extremely small, I told you, extremely small things that can be seen only with the help of a microscope. We can see it only with the help of a microscope. There are many kinds of microorganisms such as virus, bacteria, protozoa, fungi. All these are various kinds of microorganisms. Now, but these microorganisms, it's not that all microorganisms are harmful to the body or all microorganisms causes diseases. There are certain good microorganisms which helps us. Like for example, when we are preserving the food like cheese or pickles, when we are preserving it, they are being preserved with the help of useful microorganisms. For example, like you have seen milk turning into curd. Now this activity of the milk turning into curd is due to one bacteria that is known as lactobacillus. So lactobacillus, it is present in the milk which turns the milk into curd. So we can say that this bacteria lactobacillus is useful to us. It is not harmful to us, as it is not causing any harm to us. So certain microorganisms are also there which are useful to the human beings. Even inside inside our stomach, there are certain bacteria which are known as useful bacteria, which helps in the process of digestion. So what are microorganisms what are pathogens? Disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. For example, different types of microorganisms are like virus, bacteria, fungi, then protozoa. But we can say that all microorganisms are not causing diseases, but there are certain microorganisms which also are useful to us. So basically we can categorize these microorganisms into two categories, that is, one as harmful microorganisms and the others as useful microorganisms. So with this we will conclude the session here. So these are the questions for you. Thank you.